so y'all better catch. I got big dreams, you walk talk, when I walk, that's that big drip. When I slide down your block, now they pissed off. Like I really give a I got big sauce, so y'all better catch up.
What is the big old deal, man? It's your boy, Mello. We are back in here, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. But yeah, without further ado, we ain't finna waste no time. We got B. Simone. Yes, sir. B. Simone. Let's go.
B. Simone just managed to ruin her huge comeback to podcasting, and she is now the most hated person on the internet yet again. Every video I make about B. Simone, she somehow managed to outdo herself and become more insufferable and insufferable as the videos go on. If you take to the internet today and search in B. Simone, you will find thousands of comments just like this one. B. Simone has 100% turned me off. That's just absolutely disgusting energy. I hope this girl cuts her off. Y'all women these days sadly be so full of ish. Being out of touch and lacking self-awareness has been a recurring theme in B. Simone's career, but this time, B. Simone might have outdone herself today, bruh. A user by the name of Teacher Bay wrote, B. Simone is a horrible person, and y'all just be eating it up. There's a laundry list of reasons why B. Simone is terrible. Talking down on people with a 9-to-5, we can start there. Selling an overpriced book to your fans filled with nothing but Pinterest blogs from creators that you didn't credit, we can start there. The reason people are calling B. Simone a terrible human being is because of this podcast that she recently released with her friend, which to me is completely preventable. She could have just not posted the podcast, and she wouldn't have been the most hated person on the internet today. During this episode of the podcast, she exposed herself for being a terrible human being. The version of herself that she portrayed during this episode is horrifying. You will be pressed to find a more terrible human being than this version of B. Simone. So during the podcast, while B. Simone was going on and on and on about how she does all these amazing things for people and people always betray her, the friend will step in and the friend will say, hold on, I was going through a lot. I was homeless with my baby. I was getting my car repossessed. I didn't have a job. I needed opportunities, but you didn't help me. And I didn't hold no resentment towards you for not helping me, but it did suck when I was watching you do all these amazing things for other people, but your best friend who was with you, you didn't do nothing for. You didn't help me.
I think about all the things I did in my past for people, for friends, for niggas, for family, for the wrong people. The money, I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend. I mean, this was the hardest season of my life, this last year. And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like, to not have resentment.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with having to live with your parents either. So for y'all, even if you're getting older, whatever the case is, because a lot of times I feel like people, you know, it's this thing like, if you're not out here independent and got your own car, own crib and all that stuff, or by a certain age, you're supposed to have it all together. And that's just not the world we live in. Like, it's fortunate now, if you're able to sustain yourself and do things on your own and you make good decisions, then all power to you though. But if, you know, sometimes hard times fall on good people, you know, or, you know, sometimes the cards that you dealt, shit happens. So don't ever be ashamed about having to move back in with your parents and all that. Like, obviously, yes, when you get a taste of having your own, who wants to go back and live with their parents? But if that's what you got to do, that's what family is for. You're supposed to have that support system, you know. And right now, you already know we live in a rough society economy right now. You got inflation going on, you know. A lot of gentrification, you know, people getting kicked out of their houses and all type of fuckery going on. So, you know, never be ashamed of that though, man, because you can always bounce back. The Most High said, I can exalt you, and He can bring you down. So, you know, in an instant. So, I mean, you know, just do what you got to do, man.
In my heart towards you, because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like, I love him. That's my soul. And I can't get a, nobody didn't give me a handout. But guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid. Because whatever I'm building my story too.
Keep God and Jesus out of this nonsense, bro. They got nothing to do with this. This is the work of the devil on that couch with you, bro. If she was writing checks for other people to get a house while watching you, her friend, homeless, if she was writing checks for other people to get a car while watching you, your friend, her friend without a car, watching you homeless with your parents, watching you on Medicaid, watching you with no job, watching you with no opportunities, and she was given nothing but opportunities to other people, and then she sits on that couch with you, and you say, no, this is just God trying to take me through my season. It wasn't yours. No, bruh. No real friend is doing this, bruh.
Well, we don't know like we just hearing like one thing. Who to say that she was able to even help her out at that time? She probably helped those people out when she was able to do it. And it could have been just so happened when her friend was going through her emotions, and going through the motions and roller coaster, she probably wasn't able to lend a hand at that time. But it do sound crazy though, because it's like, damn, you help all these people, but then you see, and if this is her best friend, that's crazy work. You couldn't at least let me stay at your crib or something. Now, mind you, nobody in this world owes you anything. So whether they do something for you or not, it should be just because they want to do it, because nobody owes you anything in this world, So, and that's just what it is. But you would think though, if that's supposed to be your best friend, not just the homie that you know or acquaintance that you see in passing, but if this is your best friend, like somebody that you are close with, that's your, you know what I'm saying? You would think that you would help them if you got or at least give me some resources or something, but I don't know, man, to each his own.
No real friend is writing a check for strangers while her friend is homeless. She hates you. This is a terrible human being. This is somebody who, I'll go as far to say she took pleasure in watching you struggle. She took pleasure. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed being the rich friend while you came around, and tried to bite off the crumbs that she had left. She enjoyed being here and watching you here and keeping you in your place.
Laco, you put a little extra on it.
That's the only explanation for this. Now, what's even worse too, right, is so the friend eventually overcame this. She eventually became successful, got her stuff together. And when she did get her stuff together, B. Simone was upset.
Oh,
B.
okay,
Simone called on Jesus to cure the jealousy in her heart for the friend getting an opportunity that she didn't give her.
But it's like, as a friend, somebody who has it, it's hard to digest, because everybody around you, nobody would, they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
What?
Trying it again with the right people, with the right friend, with the right man, with the people that truly love you. I literally talked about that. I said, I want to do what I used to do I told you I missed that.
You did.
Oh my God, yearning for it. And I know God is going to bring that back tenfold, but that
was another point in our relationship.
Yeah.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay. Mm-hmm. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous. But
that was jealousy. Come on, bro. Damn. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, stick up for you a little bit. But that dude damn sure, it damn sure seemed like jealousy, man. And you gotta watch people like that, bro. Like people that ain't happy for you when and that's why, man, it's a lot of times it ain't even worth sharing your wins with people, even the people that's close to you. Cause sometimes the closest people you will be the ones hating on you, man. And it's so cliche to say that, but I mean, this is a prime example. They supposed to be friends, best friends, and I mean, kudos to her though for actually keeping it 100 with herself and keeping it 100 with her homegirl and calling her back and telling her that, keeping it real with her, and expressing that. But think about the people that don't do that though. It's a lot of people that won't even do that. That really, and then what's even more scary, you got people who act like they celebrating you in front of you, and then behind closed doors, they really want your spot. They really like, man, like, how he do that? Like, when we all got the same 24, man, you can't. That's why, like, I a lot of times it's good. It's better to just keep your wins to yourself. Keep your wins to yourself. Because a lot of people wish they was you, and I'm not saying that in the sense of, oh, you famous or they want the spotlight. No, but it could be some like that job that you've been working your ass off to get, and and sometimes it's not always the case of somebody's not working as hard as you, or they're not taking the proper steps. Sometimes it just might be used in the right place at the right time, and sometimes it's just perfect timing. And unfortunately, the opportunities don't always, fall in people's laps. And sometimes you just gotta be okay with that. What's for you is for you, and what's for them is gonna be for them. So obviously, the opportunity wasn't for you. That's just what it is, man. I done been through situations like that where I'm doing exactly what that person is doing, but the cards was just dealt right for them and not me. And yeah, it how you feeling some type of way, but at the end of the day, though, man, like, it is what it is. You're like, what's for you is gonna be for you, man. You don't gotta force it, But let's go.
Will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Because we went through all the emotions. She's like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
Come out yourself from that couch. Remove yourself from that couch immediately. It must be witchcraft, bruh. She got the hex. It's witchcraft, homie. She watched you suffer, watched you go homeless, get your car repoed.
Yeah, that's
single
crazy
mother
work.
living with your parents, no job, no opportunities. And she watched you go through that without lending a helping hand while you was coming around her.
Yeah, and she said, that's what I don't get. And Flacco got a point on that, because, like, I don't get that. Like, you say that you want to help put your people on that's in your circle, and you want to do things with them, and it's like, but then in the same breath, you watch your homegirl struggle. You watched her be homeless. I'm pretty sure you got a house. You couldn't give her, like, let her lay on your couch or something, or give her a room until she get back on her feet. Not saying that you have to do anything for anybody, because sometimes in certain cases, I know, like, people, your homies will take advantage of that. They'll take advantage of you and start feeling entitled. So it's like it can go either way.
Simultaneously writing checks for other people to buy houses while you were homeless, writing checks for other people to buy cars while you had no car, writing checks for other people to get billed out of their situation while you were stuck in your situation. And then you found a way to get out of your situation. You got yourself back on your feet. You got an amazing opportunity to make great money. And the first thing she does when you call her and tell her, the same person who watched you suffer, is to tell you she don't know how to feel about it. She got a little bit of resentment and hatred in her heart because she wanted to be the one to give you the opportunity. Oh, nah, that's witchcraft, bruh. But the real reason why she didn't know how to feel about it, because the same friend she stunned on, who got some paper now, who is the same friend she got to see every day.
Hey, you got a point though, man. That's just weird to me. Like, you just watch your homegirls. It's one thing if you can't help, but
As
then
the friend is up here, and B Simone got humbled, and she's back down here trying to rebuild her life up.
It's just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah. you did.
Like, I notice it in me now.
did I hear that correctly? Nigga, it's people that shop at Didi's discount store. What are you talking about? That's not even a downside. You can still find some fly shit up in H&M, bro. What? You crying because you had to downsize? Are you serious, bro? It's people out here living in tents. It's people out here that's eating a cup of noodles every night. And you crying about having to downscale from Bloomingdale's. I don't even know what Bloomingdale's is. So if somebody in the comments, y'all could let me know. I don't even know. I never. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard of Bloomingdale's. But you crying about having to go shop at H&M. H&M is still like clean, still clean cut. You can still get your shit off going to H&M. Man, what? And they got good smelling cologne. What? What you crying for?
Just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
But
That's what it's really about right there, bro. The friend got an opportunity from someone else. The friend is doing well.
Now
The friend
she
is
making
papered
that
up,
money.
while B Simone is now struggling. Now, first off,
Tables
crying because you got to shop at H&M and not designer is kind of crazy, bro. Like,
Exactly.
nobody is gonna feel sorry for you that you have to now shop at H&M, which is still kind of pricey. Like, there's still outfits there for like, there's like $70 shirts, right? Like, it's not, bro. Like,
Not
it's not
cheap.
pay less. Like, cut it out.
Yeah.
But this is what this is all about, bruh. B Simone was flexing on the one friend she thought would never amount to nothing. The one friend she thought would always be poor and raggedy.
And you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful of people that call you homie, because some people. This is the thing. Some people don't care if you're doing good. They want you to do good, but guess what? They just don't want you doing better than them. Let that sizzle in your spirit, man. That's crazy. Some people, they want to see you do good, but they just don't want you to do better than them. Because sometimes they want to have you under their wing, you know, and sometimes they might be, you know, just to keep tabs on you. You know, they don't ever want you to outdo them, which is crazy. You should always want like my homies. I want to see my homies do better than me. What you mean? Like Jay-Z said, if we all up, you know, then we could be each other's crutches. When one fall, hey, we all put in and try to lift you up. You get back on your feet, and we still and we still able to do our thing. It ain't even hurt your pockets. It ain't hurt you. It ain't you know not. Hold on. They be cutting the damn grass. Seem like every day. The grass don't even grow that. Whatever. But yeah, like some people just don't want you doing better than them, bro. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's hella loud. Let's go.
And that friend done bossed up on her while she's struggling financially now. And the roles done reversed, and now she's embarrassed to sit in front of her. This is literally not the first time we watched B Simone ruin a friendship on camera. Y'all remember what she did to Megan Ashley? So Megan Ashley was going through a divorce with her husband at the time, going through a tough time. So she began to lean more on her friend B Simone. B Simone got very upset and very angry, or very irritated that Megan Ashley was leaning on her more emotionally, and she didn't want to deal with the emotional burden. So apparently that took a toll on their relationship, and B Simone essentially let her know, we're not friends on the podcast. And they was trying to talk through their friendship, but apparently they didn't do a good enough job at working out being friends, and their podcast ended because Megan Ashley thought it was dumb. Like, she's not about to pretend to have a great working relationship just to do a podcast with you if y'all not even friends for real in real life. But B. Simone only wanted to do the podcast to get the bag. Megan Ashley didn't want to sell out herself for a check, so she left.
That
Now or before?
just in general,
In general?
throughout our relationship.
It hasn't always been the easiest, no.
Okay.
It hasn't always been the easiest.
Okay. Well, I'm open to the truth now. We ain't got no option now. We gonna have to, I'm open to that now. I'm verbally saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think when you realize some hard truths about yourself, and that's already a hard thing to deal with in general, just like being open and honest about you, and then having to be open and honest when there's so much uncertainty, that's a little bit uneasy. That doesn't always feel good. Even though it's necessary, it just isn't easy.
You're saying uncertainty as far as where we're standing?
Yeah. It just feels very uncertain.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers, and I'm totally wasted.
Have you guys seen this vlogging Yeti online? I'm gonna teach you.
Let's go.
Even with like me saying this is how I feel, this is like being very upfront with that?
As far as what?
Our conversations and stuff. Like, do you feel like I'm not clear when we have dialogue on where I stand? Or
I feel like, without trying to divulge too much, I feel like in recent conversations, you've been very clear about wanting a business relationship only.
Right.
So, and I think that that's going to be very difficult to navigate. I just think that conversation is difficult. I don't know how you go from somebody being, such a good friend to I don't want a relationship with this person anymore.
Well,
ever.
I never said I don't want a relationship.
Well, you said I want a health. I just want
to focus on the purpose.
Yeah. Well,
which is no for sure.
Imagine your best friend telling you on a podcast, I don't want a relationship with you. I don't want to be friends. However, I still want to focus on the purpose, which is the Know For Sure podcast. I want this to be a thing.
Now, I can't be mad because at least she's being upfront and honest about it. But at the same time, though, and I could also understand like emotional drainage. Like sometimes you might have that one friend who just like always got some drama going on or always needs some emotional support. So we don't know the depths of their relationship off camera. But if it's true that, she was coming to her trying to get emotional support because she was going through stuff at home. Okay, I understand. Of course, that's what you have friends for. You want to, you'll call your homie up and, express yourself to them to get some things off your mind and everything like that. But then there's a such thing as overdoing it. Like if you my homie and every time we talk, it's always about something like some drama going on in your life or whatever the case is, I'm gonna want to stray away from you too, because at the end of the day, I got my own shit going on. So it's only so much support I can give you. Like I only have enough energy. Like and man, it can be draining at times. It can be draining at times. I deal with that. And some people don't know some people don't have enough self-awareness to know when they're overstepping. Like and not being considerate of the other person. Like, yeah, it's good to talk to your friends and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to be considerate of how much, like, how that could drain their energy and how that could be emotionally draining for them and mentally draining for them. And they might have their own issues going on that they dealing with. So I could kind of see both sides or whatever the case is. But yeah, that's crazy work though for you to say you don't want to you don't want to be homies like that. You just really want to focus on, in so many words, she was saying I just want to be business partners or whatever. Which it's a lot of people that do that on these podcasts. But if this was your homegirl first, that's a little weird to me, man.
Still, but the podcast is based on our relationship.
Exactly.
It's based on us as friends being able to come and have honest conversations. So why would we still continue the podcast if we aren't friends? That's just dumb. So Megan Ashley, yeah, like she peeped and she left and she dipped. Right? But this is just an example of B. Simone isolating and treating her friends like garbage, and then they like eventually up and leave her. Now, you know what happened? Megan Ashley, who was the B mic on the podcast with B. Simone, she went and started her own podcast. That podcast is outperforming the podcast that, you know, that B. Simone currently has. So the friend who she overlooked and thought was a burden left and did her own thing, and that thing has surpassed whatever B. Simone is currently building currently. So this is what we're dealing with here when it comes to B. Simone. This is a trend. It's a trend. Now, there's a lot of people, man, who is celebrating her, I guess, similarly being broke because she downed people with a 9-to-5, claiming she won't date no man who works a 9-to-5. She wants bosses and CEOs only. But I'm not celebrating this, bro. All right, like I just can't celebrate this. At the end of the day, man, this is a woman who looks like her life is spiraling and crashing down. I hope she gets herself together, man. I'm gonna pray for her, but I truly hope she takes it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say this before I like, I would never kick nobody while they down, bro. Regardless. And then sometimes, you know, you gotta let people eat their words. And shout out to her homegirls that's doing exceptionally well for themselves now, because the tables can turn, man, in a matter of a second. That's why you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful who you talk about. Be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because the tables could turn. 1 minute a person could be down, and next minute the tables could turn so quick, and it's just like. But at the same time, though, she brought it on herself. Like, damn. You can't be mad at your homegirl now that she got a good opportunity when you weren't even trying to be there for her in the first place, though. But, you know, hopefully she do bounce back, though, man. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What who y'all think is right and who y'all think is wrong. And I'm going to get at y'all in the next one. I'm gone.
Another day, another dollar. If you see me, better holla at your guala. Be in the moment, cause tomorrow ain't promised. If I gotta go get it, then I gotta. Yeah, I've been trying to get ahead, really gotta make a move, cause I'm only getting older, got to get this cake. Going 24 hours, I ain't even showered, doing everything I gotta